I'm Robbie with Delta Millworks. We are here outside of Fredericksburg, Texas today at the Boot Ranch community. I'm here with John from Sterling Creek Homes. How you doing today, John?
I'm doing great. Cold winter day here in Texas.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having us. We're at a great project up here, but before we talk about this house, tell us a little bit about Sterling Creek. What's your approach to building? What sets you guys apart from others?
Yeah, so Sterling Creek, we've been in business for about 10 years. We mainly build luxury homes in the hill country, service a lot of the Highland Lakes area and Fredericksburg, Texas area.
So Boot Ranch is pretty unique. We're on over 1,000 acres out here. I guess it's considered a golf course community, but it's really a destination. A lot of folks, these homes are their second or third homes.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, these clients out here, second, third, fourth homes, some of them, they really love to just come and escape here at Boot Ranch. There's a lot of different amenities to Boot Ranch. In addition to being one of the top golf courses in the state of Texas, it's an incredible community. We love it.
Well, tell us a little bit about this project. This is the second house we're looking at that you guys have done up here.
This is more of a contemporary style architecture home. What you'll notice on this, we use Shou-suig-ban for the siding from Delta Millworks, but from there it blended well with the natural limestone that we used on all of the wainscoting and main walls. Just an incredible project. I like to call it the cliffhanger. You'll see from the views, and this one is just incredible, overlooking kind of the entrance of Boot Ranch.
Yeah, great views up here. So the wood on this project, John, we did one of our Western Red Cedar. We did an STK, which is a knotty grade. We did a Shou-suig-ban finish on it. So we did a burn and brushed finish, which we've really been working with for 10, 15 years now. We call it a modern version of the Japanese style of Shou-suig-ban. And we did a 2-coat exterior coating on this that is our Atlas finish. How did this product come about? Were you guys involved in the material selection on this?
Yeah, we were, and you know, a lot tying back to the last home that we looked at. This particular home, the clients are just looking for a maintenance-free product. Being the fact that it's just charred and finished and it kind of seals that in, it's going to be maintenance-free for years.
So Western Red Cedar, I mean, it's been around for decades and decades. I'm sure you guys have worked with Western Red Cedar from the early days, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
What has changed? How is this product any different from some of the original cedar siding projects that you guys worked on in the early days?
Really just the fact that we can install it and be finished with it, and we're not having to seal it and do all the final coats and all that stuff on it. So it speeds up the timeline for the installation and ends up with a more durable product at the end.
So we did a 1x6 tongue and groove on this project. It looks like you guys did 2 nails or screws in the face, which we like. On a 1x6, usually you can get away with 1, but I noticed you did 2. Is that just for a better installation and higher performance over the years? Why did y'all go with the 2 fasteners versus 1?
Mainly for more protection, making sure that we really fasten to the components on the inside. One of the main things that we've seen with a lot of just putting natural products on versus one that's kind of pre-finished like the Shou-suig-ban would be using a natural product. A lot of time it's going to cup or it's going to warp or it's going to move on you. And you don't really see that a lot with this product. So that's something that typically our guys that are used to installing, when they're installing natural wood that's unfinished, they're going to put 2 screws in it to keep it from cupping and moving on them as much, to where this product, you don't really have to do that. So they're already accustomed to doing that. You ask why they put 2 screws. That could have been a reason, you know, the fact that they were just used to the natural product and the movement of that, and the fact that this product won't move.
Yeah, it's great for the long-term durability and performance of the wood, and frankly, the exposed fasteners look pretty cool too, to have that hardware exposed. So this is a product called Atlas on Western Red Cedar, as we mentioned earlier, but just to let our viewers know what went into this material. At Delta, we're taking a rough-sawn 1x6 plank of Western Red Cedar. This is grown and harvested in British Columbia. We're doing a profile on it. So on this product, we ran a tongue and groove with a slight reveal, which really allows any type of expansion and contraction, gives it more forgiveness when we run that reveal. We also run a crusher bead between the tongue and groove. So if the wood were to expand, rather than cupping, as you mentioned earlier, can be an issue with wood siding, it does have that expansion joint to expand a little bit while still staying flat. What we did after profiling the wood, we did our Shou-suig-ban process on. This is really one of our Tiger Smooth finishes that we burn, we blacken the surface, and then we nylon brush it. So it does leave char on the surface. This will protect the wood, but it is a lighter char. So not just protection, but we also do it just to pop that grain. You see a little darkness coming through in the finished product. And then we did a factory finish on this material. At Delta, we do a pre-finished wood siding product. We're not just sealing the wood all 4 sides, but we're also adding an additional second coat of the exterior sealer on the surface. So these products, they're delivered to the site, ready to install. So John, how do you set expectations with your clients?
So in Boot Ranch specifically, the ARB requires that we go ahead and create mock-ups for all of our exterior finishes. So a lot of times in front of these houses under construction, you're gonna see these big walls that are built where we're showcasing the roof material, showcasing the siding that we're using, showcasing the stone that we're using. So the clients and the ARB, the Architectural Review Board, both get to see that prior to install. The clients knew from the beginning of this project that they wanted to use Shou-suig-ban for the finish on it. Obviously, we had to put that in as the exterior selection and run it through the Architectural Review Board. The ARB for Boot Ranch is pretty strict, but they adopted it. We've used it on several houses out here in Boot Ranch. I think the ARB loves this product.
What was challenging on this site? I know we're perched up on a hill here. Did that add any added challenges that some of these other sites around here maybe didn't present?
Most of the sites in Boot Ranch present challenges the same as what you're seeing here, where we're cutting into the side of a mountain and we're creating a big nice flat spot and then we're building a house. Sometimes, like on the back side of this house, we're looking at about a 20-foot foundation height on the back side. So there's a lot of challenges with it.
So John, what's on the horizon for Sterling Creek? What kind of projects or developments are y'all looking at, and what does the future hold for you guys?
You know, for Sterling Creek, we're just going to keep doing what we do, building beautiful homes and focusing on the quality, making sure that we build fantastic luxury homes.
Well, thanks, Sean. This is a great project. Nice work. And we appreciate you having us here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We appreciate it.